Chippy, hold. Chippy, put it in there. Yes, good boy. That's a good boy. Do this one, brother. Last night, Chippy started being able to do recycling, casting to the bin properly. It's been difficult. It's a hard thing for a dog to learn. He's learning to do a retrieve and reverse. For a long time, we had to walk him up and walk him up here and point to it. And then he wouldn't, you know, even that was difficult because he kept turning his head towards me and dropping the object. So this has been a lot of work. We had to do a lot of different things to get him to this point. Now last night, he could do it like about 2 feet away, and then I got him doing it 3 feet away, and then this morning, he was doing it from about 6 feet. Now, God, allergies, excuse me, my nose itches. The 6'1", we're gonna use the crack as like a guideline, so I sort of know where he's doing it from. Now that was earlier this morning, so we'll go back to about 4 or 5 feet, get him to do that, and then we'll start moving it back. If he makes a mistake, he's also picking up the object and making sure it goes into the bin. Hold. Put it in there. Yes. It's good. Here. Should be hold. Okay, put it in there. Yes. Hang on. It should be here. It should be hold. Put it in there. No, you missed. Get back here and heel. Okay, put it in there. There you go, good boy. We need him to do that too. It's okay to get a refusal, but it's important that the dog finishes his task, and Joopy is. We train the dog to play, okay? But in no way am I saying that we've used a purely positive method to train Joopy. Purely positive dog training is not purely positive for the dog. You have to tell the dog no. You have to indicate when the dog's screwing up. The dog learns quicker this way. When I say that Joopy has been trained with both positive and negative, I'm talking about operant conditioning. And remember, operant conditioning, this is a science-based, is about both the positive and the negative and the alleviation of both. Purely positive is unrealistic. You end up with dogs with all kinds of issues. It's unrealistic to think you're never going to say no to the dog. So if you're using one of these positive, purely positive dog trainers, find somebody that will help you articulate to the dog when it's screwing up. You might just be not praising the dog. Do you understand? Or you might be saying no, or you might give the dog a correction. But that is true operant conditioning. Operant conditioning is not using just a purely positive method. That's a bastardization of operant conditioning. It's only using the positive portion. It's unrealistic. If you want to train a Komodo dragon or something like that, a cold-blooded animal, a fish, using purely positive methods, fine, do it. But all these warm-blooded animals, they're social, you're interacting with them, they should understand when they're making a mistake. They learn quicker this way. I mean, what animal doesn't learn by something negative happening? The repercussions aren't so great. I mean, I might not, praise him, in other words. I might use an e-collar on vibrate. I also might use it on 14, which is lower than a human can feel it. But the dog has to learn to play the game. You have to play by the rules. See if Joopy will do it. Now this has been difficult. So Joopy here, heel. So this is it. This is exactly what we need him to do. He needs to stand by me or the owner. He needs to take the object and be able to put it in the bin. Joopy, hold. No, hold. Okay, put it in there. Yes! Good boy. This has been days getting him to do this. It's been a lot of work, and we're building on success at this point. That's important. You can't build upon negativity. Now we got him to the point we're going to bring in a second bin and start casting him to either plastic and aluminum or paper. But we had to get him to this point that he could accomplish this simple task. As a human, it might seem like, oh, that's no big deal. Well, it's not, because you're a human, but for a dog to do this, it's difficult. Go get your untrained dog and see if they'll do this. See what I'm saying? They won't. It's been a lot of work. This is a hard-working dog. He's awesome. See him do it again. Choopy, hold. You're awesome, dude. Put it in there. Good boy. Now, that was close to the edge. If he would have dropped it out, I would have had him pick it up and put it in there. Okay, hold. Okay, put it in there. No, put it in there. Yes! Nice one, buddy. That's good. Jupiter Pooper. Do another Red Bull can. Choopy. Okay, put it in there. Oh, you missed. Choopy, pick it up. Get back here and heel. Okay, put it in there. No, man, watch what you're doing. Put it in there. Go. Yes, there you go, buddy. That's important. If the dog screws up, make sure that they become compliant. If they drop it, don't ever pick it up. You're sending the wrong message to the dog. Choop, here. Come here, buddy. Do the plastic bottle. Come here, a little bit further back. Sit. Choopy, hold. Put it in there, buddy. No. Say you dropped it. No big deal. Hold. Now put it in there, buddy. Drop. Not a problem. He's just learning this. It isn't a problem. He picked it up. He completed his task. Make sure that the dog becomes compliant. Never pick up a dropped retrieve, and this is sort of like a retrieve. It's a reverse retrieve, but it's a... Do you understand? If you pick the object up, you're telling the dog that you're going to pick it up again, and then they're training you. Let's try it again, Choop. Choopy, here. Come on, buddy. Sit. Choopy, hold. Put it in there. Drop. Yes! Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. No, off. Come here, Choop. Do this one. Choopy, heel. Sit. Hold. Put it in there. Yes! Good boy! That's my boy. That's my boy. Now from this point, we can start no, off. Sit. No, here. Heel. Over here. Sit. Now from this point, we can start going back further. And like I said, I got a second crate. We're going to start teaching him to do two different bends. Sit. This is a huge milestone for this dog in training him to do this. He's doing the action at this point. Without him being able to do this, we couldn't go forward. So pressure is being lifted off of me and Choopy. As a trainer, it isn't like it's my own dog. I have a certain time frame I must work in. Do you understand? Like your dog, if your dog's not doing it, you can take another 5 days. We don't have that option. So we want the dog to learn as quick as possible because it takes pressure off the dog. Once the dog learns to do the action, which is, it turns it into a game. And the game is, you know, put the plastic bottle in the crate. He's awesome. He's doing this. I knew he'd do this. It's just a matter of time. I can sort of guess the time frame in which the Cocker Spaniel's going to learn. And I'll say one thing. He's very typical of all other Cocker Spaniels I've trained and a lot of dogs that I've trained. I train them and train them and train them. They're still not doing the action. I get this thing in my head, take the dog outside, whether it's them taking an object out of my hand or something like this. I get this thing in my head, the dog's gonna do it. And I take the dog outside and I will the dog to do it. I keep a positive thought in my head that he's gonna do it, and I just send this energy to the dog. I know it sounds hokey, but he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it in this session, and that's exactly what happened last night. He's awesome. Look at him. He's cute as shit, too. Choopy, hold. Put it in there. Yes!